What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Nut Butter here, bringing you another build video. This one, I'm gonna pretend I didn't do before, because actually I did do this before. I recorded a video yesterday. I was like, alright, it's done, it's good to go. And then I changed something very much drastically, well, the next day. Or last night, I guess. Yeah, last night. I got on here, I was like, you know what? I'm not happy with it still, so I'm gonna try something else, and I did. So originally, not much has changed. Just one gear piece has changed. Originally, these knee pads were Sokolov, and now I changed the Grupo, but we'll get that later. So this is what it is. All crit damage, baby. It is crit damage out the butt, and it's amazing, and I love it. And this build is perfect for SMG and AR. Love it for that reason right there. It is a beautiful build. Mainly playable in DZ, so you know, if you like going to DZ, it'll protect you. It'll protect you, like in the landmarks and also PvP players. It slaps super hard. So I'll just go with the gear right now, then talk about the weapons. So for the gear, rocking Coyote Mask for obvious reasons. I like to play close, so I get that nice 25% critical hit damage playing close. Even when I go with NPCs or against other players, I'm always kind of within that 0 to 15 meter range. For the backpack, rocking the gift. Yes, rocking the gift. Now, obviously the one thing I would change is maybe instead of weapon handling have chance, but I don't really need it right now. It's fine the way it is. It hits really hard. It just hits really hard. So with the gift, you get perfect vigilance, which gives you 25% more weapon damage, and the buff is disabled when you take damage, but it's only 3 seconds instead of 4 seconds, and that 1 second difference is truly noticeable. Like, you didn't think it would be because it's only like, oh wow, 1 second, but it really is noticeable, especially when you're in PvP type situations. You run from cover after getting hit, you wait 3 seconds or try to wait 3 seconds, you got that buff, and you start firing down on them again, they take a lot of damage. Also, because of the buff, it makes it really easy and tempting just to rogue up on somebody, and you hit them really hard with that weapon damage bonus. You just hit them super hard, and they drop quick. If they have a glassy build, they will drop rather quick. If not, you can be in it for a long fight, but most of the time, they drop pretty quick. For the chest, rocking Obliterates, Providence. Oh yeah, it's a 3-piece Providence set going on here. Anyways, rocking Obliterate, critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 15 times. Let me tell you, because of the weapons I'm using, this talent, it stacks up very quickly, very quickly, and it's beautiful, and I love it because of it. So between this, what was that, 15% and 25% is, oh god, math. Was that 40%? Yeah, 40-ish%. I can't math right now. You got a huge weapon bonus, but of course you will lose 25% of it when you do receive damage. So that's the downside. Rocking Siska gloves simply because of the critical hit chance that you get with it. Obviously, would like a little bit higher critical hit chance, maybe just weapon damage in general, but all in all, a fine piece of gear there. So for the third piece of Providence, I decided to change out the core attribute to blue. Weapon damage, after four cores of red, yeah, you notice the gains aren't really there. And in the DZ, having at least 1 or 2 blue cores goes a long way. You know what? No, I take that back. A minimum of 2 for survivability in the DZ, both in PvP and PvE. I super recommend whatever build, if you're going for more damage and DPS, to at least have 2 blue cores. 3, you start to notice your weapon damage drag a bit, but that's another build. That's another build right there. But it's another Providence piece. Again, I'd rather have chance instead of headshot damage, but you know, that extra headshot damage is kind of nice. It's not too bad. And then the third and final piece is the Grupo, and this is like I was talking about earlier. I was really focusing on like an SMG build, so I thought, you know, Sokolov, that would make sense. But it doesn't, because I'm critting so much and so hard already. I thought, you know what, maybe just a little bit more crit hit damage. It can't hurt, right? And it goes a long way. It's definitely a lot better now than what it was before, than just having that Sokolov. So same thing, I rolled out the red core for a blue core just for more damage protection, and it worked out super well. Obviously I'd rather have just a little bit more crit hit damage, but it's basically 10%, so we're talking about a percent difference there. I mean, this is just a beautiful build for a lot of damage with some protection. For my weapons, rocking this beauty right here, this Vector. Look at that beauty. So the only thing, I actually found it pretty much like this. The only thing I had to roll out was the attribute. It was something else, but I just rolled it to damage out of cover. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% or 10% ammo missing from the magazine, and that goes quickly. Like, you see it just pull up really quickly because the rate of fire on this is like 1,200 rounds a minute. Like, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful thing. And then obviously rocking the M4. The only thing I wish I would change about this is that attribute. I wish that was the damage out of cover. But what can you do? I think for the talent for assault rifles, the main talent, if you're going for damage, is Ranger. Ranger will amplify your weapon damage by 2% for every 5 meters you're away from the target. And if you're like, 15 meters away, that is 6% extra weapon damage. It's not a whole lot, but in PvP type situations, rounds per minute and damage, that's big. That's a very significant amount of damage you're able to get on the other person than might be able to get onto you. If I'm doing more solo stuff, I do have an ACR that is similarly spec'd but has damage to out of cover, and instead of the talent being Ranger, it's Preservation. So when you're doing more solo stuff, you're not with a group, you at least have some incoming repairs. That's probably about the downside about this whole loadout right here, is there's no incoming repairs at all. So you always have to constantly get a med kit going. So if you're a person who likes to go rogue by themselves, maybe not the best build for it, but if you like to go rogue every now and then and don't mind dying, don't really worry about the manhunts or whatever, this build, you'll love it. It's really good. It's fantastic. I guess I can show you a little bit of like how hard it hits. We'll start off with the SMG. Yeah, SMG. So this is at 5 meters. And yeah, at the end of that clip, or end of that round, that was 395,544. That's at 5 meters, and it'll change a little bit downrange here. 398, so about the same actually. I lied. And then we'll switch over to an AR, and we'll do it at 15, just to show you how, give you a good idea of what the damage is at 15 meters. So it's about the same at 15 for the Vector, but when you're up close with the AR, then you start to see where that extra damage kind of goes away. It's actually doing way more up close. Interesting. Don't know why that is. Okay, well, I've just proved myself wrong somehow. That's 401. Oh, there it is. Okay. I saw a couple 417s, but most of the time, 396. 20 meters. There you go. Some 400s. So it hits pretty hard, and since you have that weapon damage on that attribute, you can hit pretty hard as well. There you go, 509. So a little over 500,000 right there, just in an AR. And you'll smoke some people with this build. And for my skills, rocking the shield and decoy. Shield, specifically for when they, when a rogue gets a little too close to you, you got them down in health from the Vector. At least in my situation, where I find myself most in, I get them down with the Vector or close to it, and then I can just pop them once or twice with this Liberty pistol. I forgot to talk about that one. Yeah, I have the Liberty pistol. Hits really, really hard. So normally if they just have a little bit of health or just a little bit of armor, that Liberty, just 1 or 2 taps of them, and they're done. They're gone. You're safe. It's a beautiful, beautiful pistol. I love it. And then obviously rocking the decoy. People need to wake up on the decoy. It is a beautiful piece of equipment. It's fantastic. Yeah, you need to learn. that you go almost invisible with it. Like you don't have a name tag at all. You don't have a name tag. So when you just pop that decoy down, the decoy takes on the name tag, and you can go and hide if you're being hunted down by rogues. Or you can lay it down on the ground, go rogue. Your decoy has the tag of the rogue, but you are kind of invincible. And you can just roam around like a regular player, and then start shooting the other players, and they catch on quick, but sometimes not quick enough, and you can get some kills right then and there. You can get some downs. But that's kind of the build. I hope you all enjoyed it. It is the build I highly recommend. I have had a lot of fun in the Dark Zone with this build. A lot more fun than I normally have had before. Builds before this were kind of lacking in damage output as well as defense, but here I found a beautiful medium of defense. Well, actually, it's not really. It's mostly DPS, but there is a little bit of defense in here to keep you alive. And if you can find the parts that I found, I recommend you doing the same. Maybe not in the same obvious orders. I mean, you can, as long as a 3-piece Providence and at least a Siska and a Grupo in there somewhere, you should be good. Coyote Mass is just because of that extra critical hit damage, but this is max damage here that I can probably put together. Obviously, I gotta change out the blue cores for reds, but then you're glassy as fuck, and you'll go down pretty quickly. So this is a good place to be. This is home. I feel safe in this area. I highly recommend you do something similar to this, or do something better. Believe me, just let me know. I don't know. All right, guys. I'm out. You can catch me live right now at twitch.tv/deadlynutterbutter. Rocking this build, putting together another build. More of a blue build with incoming repairs, but we'll see how that one goes. Thanks for watching.